Cimoooooooo.
What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. Not even 5 minutes ago did we just get the brand new September 2020 Forbidden and Limited list. We've been waiting for this one for a while now. I can't say I'm super optimistic. The last ban list that we got was pretty lackluster. It was more like an unban list, to be honest, since they just gave us a few cards back and didn't really touch a whole lot. But we've had some time now. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here, and I know you guys love some live reactions to the ban list. So without further ado, let's not make you wait any longer and get right into it. So right here, it says effective from September 14th, 2020. I believe today is the 11th, so it's going to be in effect on Monday. Makes sense. I've been tweeting all week saying we should have a ban list by now, and looks like we did finally get it on the one day I didn't tweet, so that's pretty hilarious. But let's go ahead. Ooh, next update next update will be no earlier than December 15th, 2020. I mean, this makes sense, right? There's not really any major tournaments going on. Coronavirus is still in full force. So, like, they're probably predicting we're not going to be doing anything anyway. So this is going to be our next ban list for like the next 3 months. That's a very, very long period of time. But let's go ahead and see what we got. Hopefully we have some changes. Let's see. New Block Dragon. Yes, let's go. Thank you, whoever decided to put this on the Forbidden list. Block Dragon just had to go. This card was so powerful, so degenerate for the Adamancipator strategy. I think almost 99% of the community was in like collective agreement that Block Dragon had to be banned because it was just absurd. A +3 on your turn and your opponent's turn. Like, come on. That's just like not cool. So, okay, very, very big hit to start things off. I'm really excited to actually see we're going to have some hits this time and not just some unlimits like in the previous one. I'm just so happy. That makes me feel really good about this. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we're going to get like a crucifixion list. Who knows? Oh, there we go. Jet Syncron getting hit too. Oh my God. Now, this doesn't necessarily solve the Jet Syncron problem, if you want to call it that, right? There's like a myriad of different cards in the game that are effectively Jet Syncron. So even though Jet Syncron was like probably the best at what it did, it doesn't mean there aren't replacements for people to be able to effectively get the same result and have a tuner monster that can get like multiple cards out to be able to go into like Halqifibrax. There's plenty of one-card Halqifibrax cards. Jet Syncron was just the absolute best at doing it. But wow, talk about the hits. These are coming in left and right. I'm really excited to see where this is going to keep going. Another hit. O-Lion getting banned. Really? Oh my God. I'm not going to lie. I don't think anyone predicted O-Lion getting banned, to be honest. If you did, be sure to let me know down in the comments. But man, O-Lion getting hit too. That's your best target to get off of Halqifibrax because it essentially ensures that you can go into a Link 4 play. I mean, you're just going to have so much value generated off the O-Lion that wow. That is just absurd. I would have never picked that one. That just seems to kind of be skirting around the problem, and that makes me believe that Halqifibrax is still going to be legal, but we'll have to see when we get down to the Link monsters. They've already hit 3 cards, so maybe there's a pretty good chance that it does get hit. We will just have to see. Getting into the Link monsters now, and nothing. Okay, well, we tried, ladies and gentlemen. We still have Link Cross. We still have Halqifibrax. Maybe they'll limit them. I shouldn't completely just ignore that. That's still a possibility, but man, still have to deal with Halqifibrax Link Cross. That's rough. All right, so we're going on through the bans here. Still nothing else. I don't even know if anything else really has to be banned. We're going through the Xyz, and they didn't take care of Calamities. Thanks for that one, Konami. Let's keep going. I doubt they're going to touch any spells or traps. It just doesn't make any sense, and they didn't. Okay, so starting pretty strong here. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Now, the limits could definitely change things a lot as well. So let's start scrolling on through here and see what they did. Double Iris Magician is back at 1. Really? Okay, Pendulum players. There you go. 1 double Iris is still pretty good. It's definitely better than 0. Yeah, it is a little bit situational, but hey, giving some love to the Pendulum players. I don't think people are going to complain too much. I think Iris at 1 is probably fine. I mean, it's a really good card, but I don't think Double Iris being at 1 is any big deal. We'll have to see if there's any other cards that came off the Forbidden list. But Let's go ahead and just see. I think that one's okay. All right. Wow. Holy shit. They brought back Rusty Bardish. Oh my God. This makes sense in a way because we have Phantom Rage coming out as the next core set. And in Phantom Rage, there's a ton of Phantom Knight support. Now, giving us back Rusty pretty much means they want to sell Phantom Rage, right? I mean, we know that the ban list is a tool for sales. And so that's pretty good. Now, Rusty Bardish is a very, very good card, and if they want to push people to be playing any sort of Phantom Knight decks, this is also indirect Orcus support because Rusty was like one of the big playmakers that Orcus had, and so Orcus can go back to having like those 4 or 5 interruption boards now because you get like the 2 Fog Blades off of Rusty. You would be able to have like a Dingirsu interruption at some point, and who knows what else you can be able to do. So yeah, indirect Orcus support here for all the Orcus players. That's pretty exciting though. I think that's pretty cool to see. Rusty's a very, very powerful card, though, so I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this one yet. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Maybe that'll help change my views. Called by the Grave is limited? What? Holy shit. Okay. Wow, that is a huge hit to combo decks. Call by the Grave, just one of the best ways to deal with hand traps. I think Call by the Grave is an incredibly well-designed card, but man, this is actually a big hit for combos specifically. Call by the Grave was just a very good tool for combo decks to ensure that they could go off. So maybe this is actually a sign that Konami wants to kind of steer away from combo a little bit, so that way they can ensure that, you know, some of these combo decks can actually be interrupted. We've seen with some combo decks, they can still play through multiple negations without Call by the Grave. So maybe they felt that by dialing Call by the Grave back, maybe it's not as bad. Now, I'm not sure about this. This is kind of one of those instances where at one, it kind of just feels like a sacky one of, and it's like, oh, if he had Call by the Grave, well, I just lose the game. So I'm not sure how to feel about this one, but I think that's definitely a check against combo decks for sure. But that's kind of sad. I think Call by the Grave is still just a very well-designed card, and I'm not sure if it's limit-worthy, although I can definitely see the argument for it getting limited. Harpies Feather Duster's back! Feather Duster is back! Oh my god, hell yes! We have been advocating for Feather Duster to come back for years, and I don't think this is going to change anything, even though it's Harpies Feather Duster. Now, what it will change is that Harpies Feather Duster is basically going to be a mandatory include in either the main or the side deck, pretty much going forward indefinitely. I think that is what's going to change, but with Harpies Feather Duster, again, like, it's an incredibly powerful Yu-Gi-Oh card, but I don't think it's going to really do a whole lot. Look at some of the best decks of the format. They either don't play back row, or their back row just generates value if they're in the graveyard anyway. So, like, Feather Duster doesn't really do a whole lot. I think it's perfectly fine to see this card back, and especially with everything going on with COVID right now, let's just see what happens. The OCG's had Feather Duster for like 4 more years than we have, maybe even longer than that. I've been losing track, but man, that is hype. I am super, super happy to see that one. Okay, moving on along. I don't know what else they could possibly do at this point. Now if they can just get rid of the semi-limited list, I'll be really happy. All right, looks like we're going to be at the end here. Yep, okay, so that's it for the limits. Moving on to the semi-limits. Wait, they put Seer to 2. They put Seer and Graph to 2. Yes, oh my god, this is so great. We get to play Burning Abyss with 2 Seer and 2 Oh my god, PK Fire is going to be so good. Oh my god, with the new Phantom Knight support too from Phantom Rage, and they put Dragon Buster to 2. I just saw Oh my god, this is great and totally awesome. You know what? I gotta give it to them. Usually I hate the semi-limited list, but if you're gonna put Seer, Graph, Dragon Buster, and Totally Awesome to 2, they could probably go to 3, but I'm going to be okay with it. I'm perfectly fine with this because it allows people to play more decks. It makes Burning Abyss and PK Fire even more viable than they already were. It makes ABC a deck that people can actually play now and not just like lose off of a single buster. And Totally Awesome, that's great for paleo players. Those cards were doing nothing at once, so I think that was a really good call. Again, probably could have gone to 3, but I digress. All right. Unlimits. Okay, this is already looking really exciting. Unlimits. Machiura the Destructor's unlimited. That's fine. It's going to have the errata. This is following suit in the OCG. And again, it's like Machiura is so old at this point that this does not matter. They put Tour Guide to 3. I guess that makes sense. It's not in the semi-limited list. So they probably put Widow Anchor to 3 too. Oh, they put Gust Kraken to 3. Okay, well, I don't think that's going to do anything. I feel like Evagishki Gust Kraken is just so old now. It would just lose to so many different effects. It's kind of just a relic of the past, but that's pretty cool. Oh my God, Pantheus! Lithium Monarchs, let's do it. Let's go. We can see the Widow Anchor sticking up here a little bit as well, and I think that's going to be the end of it. But man, they are really pushing those Phantom Knight support cards hard. Tour Guide at 3, Graph and Seer at 2, Rusty is back at 1. I am so hyped. So, okay, overall, I think this ban list is great. Again, it's like, there's nothing happening right now in terms of competitive events anyway, so like this is the perfect time to experiment with stuff. So let's think about this in the context of the top meta decks, right? Block Dragon puts Adamancipator down a peg, but Adamancipator I think still very playable without Block Dragon. It just makes it a little bit more glass cannonish and your recovery is a lot worse. You have Jet Syncron, which technically hits Synchro Eldritch, but I think there's replacements, so I don't think that deck is necessarily dead, although you do have O-Lion banned now as well, so that might have been the nail in the coffin for some of those combos, but again, I think there's ways to work around it. You just have to find the right cards to do so. Pure Eldritch is completely scot-free here, by the way, or any sort of like Invoked. Invoked also didn't get touched either, so any variants requiring those cards, perfectly fine. So feel free to go on and go nuts with those. We have Double Iris for Pendulum. Again, that's like no one cares. Rusty Bardish, I think, is huge. I think we're going to see a surge of Orcus players now, especially because that card's back. That's going to be neat to see. Call by the Grave's a really big hit to combo decks. I mean, that's going to change the dynamic a lot. We don't have Crossout Designator yet either. Maybe it's a sign that we're going to get Crossout Designator in the future, that they're limiting it because that would promote sales of it. We're not sure. Harpies Feather Duster, that's so exciting, dude. That's so awesome to see. Now we're just going to see people getting Harpies Feather Duster left and right. I do not feel sorry for you back row deck players, that's for sure. And then the semi-limit and the unlimit, I got to give it to them. You know, these are pretty nice. Again, they could have done more, but my expectations aren't too high. I'm so happy to see what Burning Abyss or PK Fire or anything like that is going to do. We still have Buster and Totally Awesome now that are at 2. So again, Buster and like Frog decks aren't doing much anyway. So it just gets people the opportunity to play it. I think that's great. And then Pantheism, Monarch is full power, I think, right now, which I don't know if it's going to do anything. It probably won't, but I mean, domain locking your opponent's kind of cute, right? And then Widow Anchor for Sky Striker. That's even a nice little boost for that deck. The deck was doing fine, but 3 Widow Anchor, pretty scary. So guys, that is going to do it for this ban list reaction. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited about this one. It was really nice to see this after the last one, that's for sure. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if you found this video informative, consider supporting me on Patreon or becoming a YouTube channel member. Just by showing your support in any way that you can, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.